Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the What We Said podcast. Today, you are joined by, you see it on YouTube, on the tube, Chester here with...
And Jasper.
We had to bring him too. We also have our yoga instructor. Jasper and I have been up to a lot since he last saw us. We've come into a bit of fortune. We come into a little bit of fortune in two ways, because we sold our company and we got a divorce. So
the extermination business we sold. We're not going to tell you guys the exact price and all the details of the financials, but
millions.
Let's just say it was a pretty penny and we're doing okay. But what we're not doing okay with is the healing. We're trying to get back into some yoga, some healing. We recently got into, what was that called? Astronomy,
I think.
Astronomy with the signs and all of that. So anyway, we have, what was your sign?
I don't remember, but I went to a pretty young lady who told me the stars were telling me I was going to come into a bit of fortune. So I made sure to, the wife, not that way, but I made sure to.
Okay. Now, I didn't know this, Chester, and I don't approve. I'm not going to go on record on a film online and say, yeah, you did that. What?
No.
Now I'm an accomplice.
I left my wife. She's still alive and well, unfortunately, but she's doing fine. She got half my stuff. I didn't get to sign a prenup before because we were young and in love, and I didn't think I needed that at the time, but then she became a naggy witch. Speaking of spooky season.
Anyway, this is our yoga instructor, beautiful Ashley.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley with 2 E's.
You're looking mighty fine today, Ashley, might I say.
Thank you so much. I just really want you guys to understand that through this transitional process throughout your guys' lives, that it's so important to connect to your heart chakras and really, really dive deep into your soul.
I'm going to dive deep into something. Okay.
It's just so important to make sure that you're really stretching your bodies and really make sure you dig really deep and find what it is that you need. And with that, I just like to ask everyone before they do their first class, what it is that you're looking for out of this experience.
I'm really looking for...
I'm looking for a nice body. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be honest. I'll be into the astronomy and do the healing. Well, I did see a healer. I'm not going to get into what she told me. I'm not getting into it, Chester.
Okay.
Now, why are you trying to force me and pressure me?
I know that you were getting into something with that healer, but I don't think it was astronomy, if you know what I'm saying. Woo, woo, woo.
And then I wanted to come to yoga to get my body back. I have let myself go, I have to admit, with the extermination business. I got very, very busy, and I let some things go. And at this point, I'm ready to get back in shape.
Well, you said something that actually is the whole point of what I do is to let go. And you say you've let go, but I need you to let go in a spiritual sense. And today I'm here to really help you let go of that grip and let go.
Okay.
I will let go.
I'm ready to let go, Ashley, and that's why we chose her as our instructor.
Double E.
Because she has a beautiful heart in this area. She has a beautiful heart.
I've been staring at it all day. Biggest heart. I'm so glad you guys noticed.
How can we miss them? I mean it. How can we miss it? It's beautiful. Okay.
Did someone hear a dog? I love dogs. Oh my gosh, I love dogs.
Oh, what else do you love, Ashley? We'll talk about this all day long.
I love dogs. I love astronomy. I can tell that. Let me guess. Mm-hmm. You are a Cancer sun.
Nah.
Libra rising, Aquarius moon. And let me tell you what that says about you.
These hips can move?
I'll check your hip mobility when we do the downward dog. I'll make sure to really show you exactly how to put your hips.
I can't wait.
But that tells me that you're vulnerable and sometimes jealous. Do you ever feel jealous of your best friend?
You know, I did, because, you know what, he had a lot of money. And I'm just going to be open with you guys, okay? So when we were doing our exterminating business, he was living the high life, okay? He was driving a new car. He got a new house. He had all these nice things. And I needed more money. So I did...
Tell him, Chester.
It's really important that
Is this
you
a
be
safe
honest.
space?
It's a safe space. Of course, whatever happens here does not go anywhere except to my group chat with my girlfriends.
Okay.
Well, I'll name Ashley, but with different letters. Mine's double E. I have one that's I-E, E-Y. It's so crazy how many ways you can spell Ashley.
Put me in that group chat. I did, what's the word? It's a crime, a federal crime.
Embezzlement?
I did embezzle some money because I wanted that lifestyle. And I'm sorry, Jasper.
All right. Now you're going to tell me again, you're going to put me on the spot. We're online. We're filming live.
Yeah,
and you're
is
going to
live.
tell me this information. Well, by the way, you shouldn't be telling this to nobody online because you're going to go to jail.
Okay, allegedly I thought about it. So I'm sorry.
My lawyer told me that if I say allegedly before anything, I can say whatever I want.
You know what? That's just very right, Ashley.
Correct, Ashley. Well, I'm glad you were open and honest with me. We've moved on anyway. We're not doing the business anymore. We're family owned and operated over 25 years, as you guys know. What was our business called again?
I honestly, I blocked it out of my brain.
Me too.
Pest X, Exterminator.
Yeah.
I think it was XXX Terminator.
Oh, I think that's what I'm going to do to you later.
X-rated.
Terminator. Okay. Anyways, what I really came for is to be centered. I need to be grounded because sometimes I get a little crazy. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Jasper, Chester kind of has his head in the clouds at times, and that's why it's hard to do business with someone if their head are in the clouds, and also if they're, I guess, an embezzler, as I'm just now finding out. That's also a red flag. You want to look for that before you get into business with someone. You want someone who does honest work.
Yeah.
But I'll you know what? I support you now because
Thank you.
I want you to become grounded.
Yeah.
I want you to.
And I want your body back for the both of us. You got to keep up with me.
All right. Well,
This
you're
is
not
definitely
wrong.
a place where you can get grounded for sure. And you really find your center and really what matters to you most in this world. And I'm just so glad that you guys are healing. And I also am glad that you did embezzle a little money because these classes are $80.
The
Yeah,
cheapest.
you're telling me.
We found her on Groupon. We found her classes. And how long have you been doing yoga, Ashley?
So I've been doing yoga since okay, well, some people say I got kicked out of college. Some people say I dropped out. I don't know. It's semantics, okay? Stop it. It's okay. So I technically got kicked out of my sorority house because, let's just say that we actually have a lot in common. And I was in charge of the pledges, which is when people give you money. And I thought that people
got
were just
something in
giving me
common,
money
yeah.
because I was pretty, because that's what people usually do when I'm just standing outside.
I did it.
And oops, I guess I wasn't supposed to go to Forever 21, but I'm just so obsessed with Galaxy leggings. So I spent all the money for the sorority house and I got kicked out. And wait, where was I going with this? Oh, long story short, that's how I started doing yoga on YouTube Live. If you guys are watching on my YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's not censored, so I'm sorry if you said anything that's incriminating.
Ashley, this is I think this episode's gonna go up on our YouTube. I'm sorry if you wanted some promotion. We can do an extra video on your channel if you want, but this one, because along with our, we got some money, as you mentioned, we also wanted to start filming some of our ventures together. It's rocky working with a friend. And as they always say, don't get into business with a friend. So,
Especially a friend that's an embezzler.
and so, okay. And so we were hesitant to start this YouTube channel together, but we think it will be a fun way to just still relax and, show everyone some progress and things.
You still live, there's life after divorce
And
in
dang
your
nabbit.
50s.
Chester, why didn't you tell me that I had my tag still on my shirt?
I thought it was part of the look.
And it says large, of course. Great.
We're going to get you to a medium real
Yeah,
quick.
and that's what I'm trying to do here. And that's why we hired Ashley. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ashley. Back to your story.
Don't worry. It's okay. Normally I say no to groups and normally I say no to filming, but you guys seem really trustworthy. So
We are extremely trustworthy. As I've mentioned, I have a very trustworthy past and therefore we'll be keeping that as well. Okay? Keeping that reputation around town. If you've heard anything else about me and my wife, that's not true. Okay? And I'm telling you that right now. If you hear a damn thing about me and Marissa, it's not true. Don't believe her. I didn't cheat on her.
She's a liar.
I didn't cheat on
All
her.
women are, besides you, Ashley.
Yeah, besides you seem very trustworthy and honestly a great shiny past. So I got a little bit of hair in my mouth, but that's fine. Anyways, today on this here podcast that we're doing,
I thought we were doing yoga.
this yoga class that we're doing, we're showing some new.
Well, first, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, if you will.
I love meat and potatoes.
Okay. We could do maybe something, we could do a few yoga stretches. And then
Love to.
I would love to have you lead us in a few stretches to
In
show
a nice
our
flow.
audience, in a nice little yoga flow, to show our audience how they can relax at home.
I would love to. I have this new pose that I've been learning. And it's called the downward upside faceward doggy. Doesn't that sound so fun? I love dogs.
I think I've tried that one before.
Okay, so
Sounds
I'll
familiar.
show you. Do you want me to show you how it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be your guinea pig. You can pick me. It's fine.
Okay,
Dang
so if you
it.
guys are watching on YouTube, don't you love my leggings? This is what I spend the money on. Okay, so you're gonna
Those
go
look
like
expensive.
this, and you're gonna go like it says in the name. You're gonna go face downward, doggy reverse style, and you just
that's
really make
perfect.
sure you stretch those hammies. Okay, you really gotta give a nice stretch to those hammies. Okay. And just to show you on this side as well, you really gotta stretch those hammies, okay? Okay. So that's one pose. Do you guys want to
Great.
do it?
Oh, I think you look.
I think you did a great job at showing us. And this is nothing.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing
We got to
at
get
all.
behind the scenes. Our fans like to behind the scenes.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure you were just texting your kids or something. That's what normally all my male clients are doing when they're on their phone.
Yeah, Jasper's no contact with us.
Yeah, my kids are going through a rough time. It's the problem's them, not me. But
Yeah.
they decided.
Just remember, they owe you everything.
I know
okay?
they owe me everything. I brought them into this world, and I told them. They said, "Well, Daddy, you didn't call." The phone works two ways, honey. He said, "I'm only 10."
Oh, I really hope that one day I get to be a mother. I'm sure you guys, isn't it just the most magical experience ever, watching the person you love deliver your children?
I can't. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I was blackout drunk that day. But yes, I like seeing. I'm not there in the living room, of course. That's disgusting. I would never ever want to see that happen. But afterwards, I give it a good. After the 6 weeks, I say time's up, and it's ready to go.
I know. So true. And I know my wife's faking all that. Oh, morning sickness. I feel sick. Goes to deliver. My stomach hurts. Just push out the damn baby and let's get home.
She said she had preeclampsia.
Oh, please. Something else made up by women so people can feel sorry for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic.
Never.
Anyway, to answer your question, Ashley, being a father is the most beautiful gift in the world, of course.
Yada, 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 when they get an A and they make you proud. When they don't, when they start saying, I want to go to art class. Huh? What's art class? What's that going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to paint a picture?
Yeah, and get money with the A. Get into the family business, and that's pest control and now YouTube, okay? Start a YouTube channel like a normal child.
I majored in art in college.
And
And you
look
know
at
what?
you now.
You are a piece of art. It worked out.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That means so much to me.
You're welcome, Ashley. You have my number. Anytime you're feeling down, I'll be there to catch your fall.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saying that
You're
because
welcome.
I really need a friend these days. I don't know why. Girls just don't like me. I feel like I'm such a girl's girl. Like I am just there for the girls. I don't know why girls don't like me. I don't know. I just really get along with boys more,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
That's why I started this all men's yoga.
Yeah, I have a good feeling my daughters would absolutely despise and hate you, but that's okay.
Well, they're probably ugly.
Sorry. Sorry. I don't know. I call sometimes like that other side of me. I call her Amber. She's kind of a fucking bitch. And I don't know. Sometimes she just like goes a little crazy. I don't know. But anyways, back to the yoga poses.
Let's go back to the yoga.
I think if you could take us through a calming meditation before we get into the stories of today's episode, that would be really helpful for us, Ashley. As you know, we've had a lot weighing on our minds and hearts and spirits.
Perhaps some breath work.
Yeah.
I totally relate. I have had so much weighing on my chest these days, and it's just really been a lot. So, okay, so make sure you're crisscross applesauce. I know it's been a while since you guys have been in school, but that's where you cross your legs. And close your eyes and just deep breaths. And as you breathe in, think about all the amazing new people that you've met today, like me. And as you breathe out, think about the relationships in your life that you want to further and really go deeper into, and really think about how to be a good friend to each other. Jasper and Chester, I really feel such a connection between your guys' spirits right now. And I just want you to breathe out and think about how you can really be there for one another. Because my favorite motto, live, laugh, laugh.
Beautiful, Ashley.
And that's beautiful.
I feel great.
Namaste. As they say, where yoga came from. Namaste.
That is
Thank
beautiful.
you so much. That changed my life. I'm a different person now.
And you can tell you're very educated on the topic, which I love.
I love that you're educated, and I love that you're trying to get me and Chester to become, even closer than we are. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you, Ashley.
Well,
Well, this is awkward.
I don't know where to go from here except for up. So we're going to go ahead and get into like Jasper has mentioned, the meat and potatoes of today's episode. And that is going to be spooky, scary stories, not of our past.
Not about our wives.
Ooh, that could be real spooky. Well, we're going to get into actually terrifying, bad vibes, bad energy stories. So I can't wait to dive in.
And scene.
Got a blast! Surprise, guys! I know you probably didn't recognize me, but it's me, Ty French, from Disney Channel. I'm wearing a wig.
Oh, I'd love to confront you about Vanessa Ann Hudgens right now.
Bitch, don't even get started with me, because guess what? I watched High School Musical 2 last night with
Love
Coco.
that.
Shout out Coco. And what does it say in the credits? Starring Vanessa Hudgens.
And you have a point. But
So, I don't know.
did you not watch the video I sent you?
Oh, I did, with despair and regret. I don't understand why she literally made up a name in that one scene.
Made up a name. It's her middle name.
I know, but here's the thing. It's like everyone knows my middle name, but I don't go by my middle name,
Yeah.
So sometimes in legal paperwork on my passport, it has my middle name. So if you met me through my passport, if you were like a TSA agent, maybe you would think that I go by Tyson Randall French. However, those in the industry know me as Ty French. So I could see how you'd be confused.
So condescending.
I'm just
I can see how you could.
I know.
I know.
don't
No, I do think that it's kind of a Berenstein Bears Mandela effect thing where it's
Totally.
like I heard her say that once, and in my head she's forever Vanessa Ann Hudgens. But I do think that she probably more commonly just went by Vanessa Hudgens, or maybe at first she was gonna do Vanessa Ann
Yeah.
Hudgens, and then they were like, drop
It maybe
the
didn't
Ann.
stick. They're like, that's too long.
Yeah, they're like, just
Yeah.
drop it. So I'm glad we could clear the air.
It's so crazy when you're both right about something. It's like, ugh, who won?
Who won? Who's the winner?
The rest of the episode just daggers.
Also, I want the Valley Girls to know, who are watching on the lovely YouTube channel, to know that I'm aware that I look like a literal piece of crap. I hope you know that I now know what it's like to be a girl.
Look who
And
you're sitting next to.
Yeah.
I'm wearing 80-pound titties on my chest,
80.
and I am so hot.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. And the wig, and
Yeah, the wig and the
So
the situation.
The long hair when it's hot is really, that's why girls always have their hair up, because it's just absolutely.
Yeah, so if I get
Terrible.
spooked a little too much by the end of this episode, I might be the scary story. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You are the ghost that we're referring to.
And I must say, it's very free being a boy.
It is. We were saying it doesn't even matter if we
What angle?
get a bad angle because we're just ugly today. So it's great.
hunched.
Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. If you are,
You real? I mean, I fear,
fear
the
you have to.
the audio listeners are going to be in
Complete
transported
shock.
to another planet.
Was
If
there-
the audio listeners, I just have one thing to say. I'm sorry. I apologize. I think I went into 5 different
Take
versions of
off
the
your
Valley
clothes.
Girl. Literally. I had 5 different voices in that, but I'm just so masked that it's so hard to be feminine. But I really tried for you guys.
Top, as they say.
A top, as they say.
We've been learning a lot, Chelsea and I.
About
From Tyson.
Yeah.
the gays.
About the gays. Well, can we get a life update from you, Tyson, not Ashley? How are you feeling lately?
Oh gosh, I'm feeling
How's your mental
good.
health?
Awesome. Great. Exactly what I want to talk about. The scariest thing of all. My feelings. No, I feel like I'm feeling good. Life is good. You know, I'm a hater of fall. And I'm really trying to embrace it in the slower pace and really, dive into my creativity and work and, get off the streets as, maybe you've suggested. But no, I feel good. I'm trying to think if there's any exciting life update. I don't really feel like there's that much. Just been living.
I like to try and get more out of you when you're on our podcast because I feel like on your, when you're podcasting alone, it's like you're not gonna just randomly be like, here's how well, I guess you do say how you're feeling, but
so you think my podcast sucks?
I'm like, so your podcast is
we like to
dishonest.
get the good stuff from you.
No,
actually.
I'm just saying I wanted to get the real
The meat
real
and
life,
potatoes, as they say. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really feel like there's no life update.
Well,
Feeling
you've
good.
been feeling creative again a little bit more?
Yeah, I've been feeling creative. I have, been working on some new projects that I'm excited about. I'm working on the podcast, obviously, a ton. Download, listen to Tyrant's Pod. I would like to say that the last time I was on here, I think I slandered Leah from Love Island, and I would like to apologize because now I'm literally the fakest bitch ever, and I'm the biggest fangirl of her. Her and Miguel, I have wet dreams about it, and I am just haunted by the fact that one day she will see that clip of me when I'm rich and famous, and I'll never have a chance to be friends with her. But
Oh, that's okay. Well, we
We
can't
all
use
make
AI
mistakes.
to change it.
We all make mistakes. I feel like that, her, Janae and Serena, I'm shocked they haven't started a podcast or something.
I know.
Totally.
They
I
need
feel like
to.
they
Maybe
should jump
it's
on
in the
that.
works, but it's
But
Maybe.
I can't handle any more competition. I really can't.
on the podcast front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Scarcity mindset. Love that.
I like to gatekeep.
I hope
Girl
not.
boss, gatekeep.
No one else start a podcast, please.
Yeah, I don't really have a life update. What about you guys? Fill the Valley Girls in.
Oh, we do. We yap
yeah. We
beyond what they're dreaming of because we share every little detail, as you should know if you.
No, I know. That's why I asked for a life update.
You know what we should have done, or what we should do with Tyson at some point? So it hasn't come out yet right now, but in the last episode we recorded, we had ChatGPT roast our Instagrams, and he came for blood.
Yes. He
And I want to know
read
what he
us to
says about
filth.
yours.
Awesome. I really don't know if I could handle that. Also, is Chat GPT a he?
Well, we just decided he was a he because he was really rude to us.
Oh, that's so true.
Well, we asked him to be. At first, it was really a sweet, a sweet description. We're like, oh, what do you think of this Instagram feed? Have you seen people do that?
No. What did he say
haven't?
about your guys's?
Well, I was like, oh, he's going to say I'm a try-hard influencer. And then when I told him to roast me, that's literally exactly what he said. Not kidding.
Well, then I think he might call me the F word. So
He said that
gotta be careful.
I looked like I was stuck in a 1970s
Film.
film.
Oh my God! Wait, that's the biggest compliment.
No, but then he was like,
But
it
not in a
looks
good
like
way.
it
like
looks
a
like an
horror
estate
film.
sale. Yeah, he's like, it looks like you're trying too hard to make it look nostalgic when it's not. Just be normal, basically.
An estate sale.
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
Your furniture was crammed. I said, don't poor shame me. Literally, he's like, your space looks small.
Yeah. Sorry that I am.
He said, it
trying to
looked
move
like
on
an
up in the
estate
world.
sale.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's funny.
Should we see what yours is?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep
ChatGPT.
chatting. I'll ask in the meantime.
Well, how are the boys?
The boys are so good.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. They're so fun. I'm so excited for Halloween with them. Like the holidays just keep getting better and better as they get older.
Oh, I bet.
Cases at the I have said this every holiday season, but he's just at the best age.
Yeah.
It's like now him trick-or-treating is gonna be like so cute, and he just knows what's going on.
Did
and
he pick what he wanted to be this year?
Yes, and then I got it for him and he changed his mind. He said, I don't want to do that. So we'll see. I'm gonna have him be Anakin Skywalker.
Oh my gosh, cute. Has he seen Star Wars?
No, but
I was like, that seems a little R-rated for a child.
But actually, Beth's husband's brother,
okay.
Ryan. We went to the fair with all of them, and he was like, you know who he looks like about Case? So like little Anakin Skywalker in the movie.
Oh my gosh.
When he's like the little boy, because he has like the blonde hair. I was like, he totally does. So I got him the outfit, put him in it. He is so freaking cute.
That
and
is so cute.
That is so cute.
I got Elwood Baby Yoda outfit.
Oh,
Wait, that's perfect.
Wait, so are you going to be Leia?
No, so I said if I be Leia, the crazy boy mom accusations might really
I
start
need
coming
people
in.
to lay off of that because guess what? If I'm crazy, so what?
That's what I've really been thinking. Like, I don't really care.
Do you want me to not be obsessed with my kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna be obsessed with them. I'm gonna be their number one hype woman because I'm their mother.
Right.
And now I see the light.
I'm here to support you through this crazy mom
Thank
accusation
you.
scandal.
Thank you for being my yes people.
I have the goods.
Oh, I fear.
So
Give it to me.
he says,
Wait,
this
so
is
did
nice?
you just screenshot my feed? And
I
then-
said, what do you think of this Instagram feed? Okay. So at the beginning, he says, this Instagram feed seems to feature a person with a stylish and varied sense of fashion, ranging from casual to more polished looks.
varied. That is.
The content includes outdoor scenes, fashion shots, and lifestyle moments, indicating an adventurous and trendy lifestyle. There's a good mix of setting from nature to city, adding variety and personality to the feed. Overall, it gives a polished yet laid-back vibe. And then I said, now be mean. If I had to be mean, I'd say the feed looks like a try-hard mashup of someone who cannot decide whether they're a rugged outdoorsman or a fashion influencer. It's like they're posing for a cologne ad in one post and then pretending to be a cowboy in the next. The vibe feels like it's curated for maximum likes rather than any authentic personality. Every picture screams, look at me, but it's hard to figure out who they actually are.
In the arms of an angel, fly away with me. What the fuck, ChatGPT?
Wait.
I went from being versatile to being a try-hard pygmy bitch, fake cowboy. I grew up in the mountains of Utah, bitch. You better come over here and show me some little AI, little bitch.
Literally me yesterday having beef with AI.
I'm shook because
Did you screenshot ours? You should read. Well, we'll
if I
show.
did.
We can show Tyson ours later.
what hurts is that it's true.
I know. I was like, I feel like it's going to call me tryhard, and then that's literally what he said. Also, before I even said, when I was like, not even the mean one yet, I was like, what do you think is Instagram? It knew I was an influencer. I was like, oh, great. That's the worst.
Yeah, how did it know the clone ad? Come on.
I think because you probably have one on there.
Also, here's
says
the thing.
literally hashtag
How is I'm so scared of AI, especially when they become mean.
You see the new robots?
Here's the thing. I'm like, I don't think those actually even work.
What new robots? I haven't seen anything.
Elon Musk,
Musk.
like Tesla robots or
Oh,
whatever.
great. No, I haven't
Actual
seen that.
people walking out.
Really?
I don't even like to
robots.
deal with people, let alone I don't even know how to work my phone, let
I
alone a
know.
robot.
I know. It's
I'm
so
terrified.
scary. You see the robo trucks
Yeah,
or
the
whatever
van
too? The
thing.
van or the van. Oh
What
my
do you
gosh,
think
terrifying.
that, what we were just talking about, what do you think it's called?
ChatGPT?
How do you spell the last part?
GPT?
What's the second letter?
B? ChatGPT?
That's what we all thought
See?
too.
It's a
What is
T. It's Chat GPT.
I thought it was GBT.
I thought it was GBT this whole time.
Wait,
Until I
what?
started using it. Do you use Chat GPT?
No, I've never used it.
Kind of obsessed.
I'm scared to give my life to the technology.
I know.
I know, but
Scared
it's
to
kind
jump
of
in.
it's so convenient for some things.
I really should use it, like even just for editing the podcast and stuff. I'm sure there are so many tools.
Oh yeah.
I feel like maybe the only thing I use it for, or an AI sense, is like I have an app that automatically puts the captions onto my reels.
Oh,
like
that's
it
really
transcribes
nice.
the audio because I used to type word for word.
I need to know what app that is because that is. I feel like with AI now, like we should not be ever doing that again. Like stuff like that.
Oh,
Never.
absolutely. That's what I'm
Just,
saying.
like,
There's
very
probably so many
tedious.
things that would be so easy
Yeah.
if I just succumb to the future. But
Yeah.
I like to live in the past.
Well, I think sometimes it's just nice to ask questions. I think especially having a baby now, I'll just ask it questions like, at this many months, can your baby do this or whatever? And it has like such a thorough answer, and I'm just like, wow, this
yeah, I'm
is
gonna
so
need that one
convenient.
day.
Yeah.
So convenient. Anyway,
That was the first scary story.
Yeah.
yeah, the first scary story was ChatGPT roasting us again. Do you have anything else, or do you want to get into these?
I think we should get into these stories.
I think so too. This is an episode I dread and love.
I know.
I love it.
We have to, Beth pick these stories for us. Shout out Beth, but she did say, trigger warning, definitely do not listen. Well, you definitely shouldn't have been in the first place. Specifically this episode, I'll put like something in the description. Ooh, my milk is coming in and it's hurting.
Oh my God, mine too.
Trigger warning, very disturbing content. So
Yeah, these are scary
Scary.
stories. If you're sensitive to spooky and scary things, probably not the best episode for you, which I completely understand if you have to skip this one. I also want to skip it, but I have to do it. Yeah. I'm so for the past 2 years, I've been like, I don't watch anything scary. I don't watch true crime. I don't listen to anything scary. I try and protect my peace. And every year, this episode just...
It's a good dose.
Yeah, it's a good dose of the spooky vibes, and then I never want to do it again for the rest of the year.
I know.
But you're in luck because the Tyrants Halloween special will not be scary. So if you skip this week's, just hop on over to Tyrants Pod for a good old jolly Halloween festivity.
I
Steals our listeners.
Oh, I've been trying for years. They ain't coming. They ain't coming. We've already talked about the Venn diagram. I fear it's getting smaller. Valley Girls, come on. Let's go. Listen to Tyrant.
Hop on in. All right, let's hop in.
Let's begin. And by the way, if you were new here, wow, what an episode to start with. If this is the first time listening to the podcast, honestly, my condolences. But every year we do a Spooky Stories Halloween special, and we read your submissions of the scariest thing that's ever happened to you. And we just get in the spooky spirit. So that's what we're here to do today. And it's a doozy. It's a good one.
Yeah. All right, I'll go first.
After you, Chester. I always forget which one I am. Wait. I have lore that I need to drop really fast. What? I don't think I told this on the podcast ever, but I found out I was pregnant the night or the day that we did this last year.
You are joking.
No. So
before?
Not before. No, after. So I didn't know I was pregnant when I was with you guys. But I purposely, I could have found out probably a day or two before. I had already done my IVF transfer. And I just didn't know if I was pregnant or not yet. But I specifically was like, I have to do this episode first because if it's negative again,
it's going to be bad.
I'm going to be in the worst headspace, and I can't be joking around being like Jasper. I'm just I will not be in the mood if I literally found out the day prior that my second transfer failed. So I was like, I have to wait until I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And then I can go home. Yeah. So that night I went home and I was like, imagine if I was in my costume when I found out. Just
please.
I'm
looking like
ball
just
cap.
for the bet.
No, and then imagine if it was negative.
Oh.
Nothing
just
about that would have been funny.
Sobbing in the bald.
Sobbing as Jasper. That would have tainted my view of him forever.
Yeah, we would have had to bury him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I took off the whole thing. I showered. And then my hair's kind of wet in the video because I had just showered. I had literally have glue on my freaking neck. But yeah,
we
found
had
out
glue
I was
on
pregnant.
our neck forever.
We had glue on our neck for literally a month.
Wait, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
You did.
We really sent in good energy. I feel like that really sealed up the transfer.
Yeah, exactly. The
Benny was in
energy.
there. She's
Benny was
I heard that. They're funny. Yay.
So Benny was in my stomach last year as Jasper, as a tiny little embryo. I had literally just found out.
That's crazy.
And unfortunately, Leif brought Benny over before we started filming the podcast, and she has seen me like this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And she has seen me like this, which is even more scary.
Yeah.
The person she trusts most in the world, looking like this. It was so funny. She was still just smiling at both of us. I'm like, oh.
She literally was looking at us like zoo animals, just ah.
Wow.
Anyway,
cool.
I had to drop that before we begin the episode.
That was very fun lore. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, that is crazy.
No problem.
That's been a year.
Yes.
Excuse me?
That's what was crazy to me, realizing that it's been a year since that. And
Because I think we filmed the last one exactly a year ago today.
Really?
I checked my camera roll. It was
Wow.
October. Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't want to say the date, but
if it was, then
Yeah.
that was quite literally 1 year ago today that I found I was pregnant.
woo! We love you, Benny!
Happy Pregnancy Day!
Let's go celebrate.
Pregnancy test positive day. Woo!
Literally makes everything a holiday. I'm like, where are my presents?
Like,
Where's my pregnancy test present, Daddy?
I'm like, take a pregnancy test.
Let's take another one just for fun.
Okay,
It's all
go
pee
ahead.
on a stick.
Woo, even me. I don't know. I'm
Tyson's pregnant.
Yeah, it's positive. Oh gosh, we'll unpack that one later. God damn. Me and Chester got a little crazy the other day.
I am literally
When
so
I'm Chester,
uncomfortable.
the boys.
On these mats?
Yes.
I know.
Well, the way you're
So
sitting doesn't look
uncomfortable.
very comfy.
Well, I just moved because I got to stretch out. I'm trying to do some stretches.
Oh, is that the stretch?
This is the stretch. No, do you guys can you touch your toes?
Yeah.
I'm
to be
not
able to,
kidding.
but- Yeah.
I literally cannot touch my toes. I am so incredibly unflexible this way. I'm not joking.
Really?
Is that like a
interesting.
pregnancy side effect?
No, it's been like
Awesome.
5 years, 10 years of this. Like ever since I was younger and in dance and stuff. But I swear to you, I'm like, that's as far as I can go.
Really?
Oh, mama.
Yes.
The Pilates ain't working then.
The Pilates is working for me this way. I have like a lot of flexibility this way. But
Yeah, I was going to say, you're a very flexible person. So that
That's so
surprises
crazy.
me.
Well, I haven't also been doing Pilates very regularly until very
I
recently.
haven't worked out in 2 years.
So
Please.
We'll get into that lore later. That's another,
a yoga
that's another
instructor?
spooky story. A diet and exercise routine.
okay, go ahead, Joel. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to read the stories.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready.
Read, bitch.
It's the ghost. We're going to jump into an ad to talk about Quince. We absolutely love Quince, and especially with the seasons changing, it getting a little chilly, you want to freshen up the wardrobe. At least that is my first reaction when I go outside and I'm like, oh, I need a sweater. I need a new sweater. But you also don't want to break your bank. So Quince is a great place to shop if you are looking for some new fall essentials. They have everything and it's such good quality for a great price. So Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50. And they also have beautiful leather jackets. They have cotton cardigans. I've talked about the cotton sweater that I've had. I've worn it for like almost 2 years now, I think, through different seasons. It's so nice. It's the best quality. They have soft denim and so much more.
They're able to have great prices by partnering directly with top factories and cutting out the cost of the middleman, which passes the savings on to us, which is so nice. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And of course, premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. I love Quince's home stuff too. They have a lot of really good home stuff. I ordered this like big chunky knit blanket for my room and it just adds such a cozy touch. I also just ordered some Quince linen bedding for my guest bedroom, which is currently starting to be worked on. So I'm excited to add that bedding to the bed. It will just look so like cozy and fluffy on there. And they have really cute patterns and stuff too. So get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That is QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. We have 2 product recommendations for the Valley Girls. You guys are going to love these as much as we do. The Impress No Glue Manis and Impress Press-On Falsies Lashes. They both require no glue so they don't damage your natural nails and lashes. It is literally one step and you're done. There's no mess, no annoying drying times. This is so nice to elevate your look without breaking the bank, going to a nail salon, or getting your lashes done. I personally love a false lash for a night out or for a photo shoot. They have endless lash options. They have really natural looking ones, which I prefer. They also have voluminous and wispy ones if you want a more bold look. I love putting lashes on the outer corners of my eyes to make my makeup pop a little more. And it also always photographs really, really well. The press-on falsies have a unique underlash application for a seamless look and have a self-stick technology that keeps them secure and in place for up to 24 hours. They're really simple and easy to put on. Sometimes false lashes can feel intimidating, but these ones make it easy. You can wear them every day or for special occasions.
Having my nails done is something that helps me feel put together. I feel like it completes the outfit and is a simple way to upgrade my look and make me feel confident. The Impress Press-On Manis are so great and easy to use. No glue needed, just peel, press, and go. They have different color options like French tips, neutrals, bold colors like red, which is perfect for fall. They have a patented super hold adhesive for up to a 7-day secure hold. Impress nails have a comfortable and natural feel and fit, which is really, really nice. And most importantly, they don't damage your natural nails. These are beauty must-haves, and it's so nice that you can use them quickly and effectively from home. Of course, we have a code for you guys, so visit impressbeauty.com/whatwesaid and use the code whatwesaid at checkout for 25% off Impress Manicure and Press-On Falsies. That's code whatwesaid for 25% off Impress Manicure and Press-On Falsies. Check it out. There was a haunted tunnel right next to my high school. This was one of those things my friends and I would go to freak us out and for fun. I didn't believe it until one day we went at midnight. You're told to put flour on your back window, drive to the middle of the tunnel, and put your car in neutral. The tunnel is not on a hill. So we did what teenage girls would do and went late at night. You guys.
Why the flour?
I don't know. Yeah, we locked the doors and did the whole thing. Yep, sure enough, there were handprints in the flour, and our car started being pushed very slow, but not at a steady pace. The scary thing is, this was away from the town, out by the mountains, and no one would be out there to put handprints. We didn't go back. So they put the flour to see the handprints, obviously.
On the back of the car?
To see if someone was pushing their car, I think. Yeah, on the back window. So then they see hands
Absolutely
and like
not.
someone will push you. I guess.
You know, sometimes you read a story and it's like people are just asking for things to happen to them.
Yeah.
If this is a lore, like, oh, we went out in the woods and handprints were on our car, and then you go and you do it. But what if that isn't a ghost and it's a scary person?
Yeah.
True. It's like an actual person.
So
They're like, is
true.
someone...
Don't put yourself in dangerous situations for the lore.
No, it's
It
true.
ain't cute.
Did you ever do anything like that in high school?
Of course.
Like what?
Oh my gosh. I mean, even just like, not even like scary, spooky, but like just like climbing the silos behind Highland High School.
Yeah.
Like my blood has never boiled so much. Like my heart has never beat faster than when you climb the silos. If you're old like me and you lived in Gilbert,
I
then
wonder
you
if
know.
that's still a thing. I did that too.
It's like a full park now.
Yeah.
They, like, the whole farm is like gone. The silos are still there, but I think it's more like decoration.
There was like an old, not like, but there was supposed to be like a farmer that would be mad, right?
Yes,
It's
and he
real?
would come out and scream. Yes, you'd have to scale the wall, and there was like a motion detector, and so you'd have to scale the wall and not trip it off, because if it tripped, like a huge alarm would go off, like, and all the lights would come on, and then the farmer's house was across the street, and he'd come running and like call the cops. And so if you go with
These
like
damn kids in my silos
these
again.
fucking kids, but then if you go with like a big group, like I went with like 15 people. And if you are the first person that went and you didn't trip it, and then like one of the last people trips it, you're already up on top of the silo.
Oh shoot.
So now
It's-
you're like,
it's
you're like, everyone
tall.
go down, like get down. Like, and it's so sketch. Like it's actually so dangerous.
It's
Like,
so
people
dangerous.
should not do it, but obviously you do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's
ooh,
terrifying.
When the alarm goes off, you better run.
I actually cannot believe I did do that once.
You climbed the silos?
Yeah. But I don't know if I went like full blown, because there's kind of like levels to it, right?
I sat like on top.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
With, like,
so
Kylie
high.
Barney and yeah.
Just out them all.
I'm like, and if the feds are looking for the little rats,
Here are
I've got a
all
list
the
of
names.
and I'm ready to give the list for immunity. Because I will sell them out for my own selfish gain.
Yeah, I did do that, but only once, and
But
it was
that's, like,
terrifying.
fun.
But that's like not.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it also
It's
is
like what? The cops are going to be like, okay, don't do that. You're trespassing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going out in the middle of the woods and putting flour in my car and hoping that Bigfoot puts his
Yeah.
hand on it.
We
Yeah,
did go
no.
out onto when this Kimberly story was a thing. We went out and listened to it on.
Who's Kimberly?
Was I there, Chelsea?
She'll come.
Oh my God, no one.
I don't remember.
I feel like I don't think I was there.
I think it was maybe even before we met, honestly, like early freshman year, because the Kimberly story is about a haunting and like, I don't know, I don't even want to say it, like scary stuff in Chandler. And she goes, and they say you can see her on the canals. So we would go listen to it on the canal, because it's like a recording of a guy telling the story that he knew the student, and like terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying.
Nothing scarier than
And
an Arizona canal
Kimberly.
system.
For real. Actually, so spooky.
So scary.
Oh, the Kimberly story. Every time
scary.
you bring that up, I forget that that was a thing, but it really is so spooky. Okay, my boyfriend, now fiance, and I went on a road trip through Canada a couple of years ago. We booked an Airbnb for one night in this town in the middle of nowhere to break up a long drive between destinations. The vibes were spooky as soon as we pulled up to the building. We walked inside and everything looked slightly off compared to the pictures online. We debated leaving, but there were no hotels nearby. We were truly in the middle of nowhere. Neither of us could sleep that night. We both felt so paranoid for some reason and kept turning the lights on every time we thought we heard something. We woke up first thing the next morning and agreed to pack up our things and get the F out. My boyfriend hopped in the shower and I started to pack our stuff up. While he was in the shower, I opened the shades in the bedroom and screamed when I saw there was a smiley face drawn in the condensation on the inside of the window.
Oh, the
On the
condensation.
Condensation.
On the inside.
Wait, on the inside? Awesome.
Wait, why is there condensation in the window?
Because he's taking a shower?
Oh, okay, yeah, duh.
Or they were having some fun.
My boyfriend came running in and said, hell no. We literally ran out of the building to our car and drove away.
Wait,
Now, okay.
doesn't that just show back up if the previous person drew it?
Exactly. The person before, sweetheart, I hate to break it to you. There's not a ghost. I hate to break it to you. The person before just had a little child that was bored because their parents probably wouldn't let them watch their favorite show. And so, while they were packing or in the shower, they just drew a little silly little smiley face. And
And then the
unfortunately,
next time the shower comes on, it gets shown.
Yeah.
now you're haunted by
Okay.
the child.
Well, that makes me feel a little better, but that is
Yeah.
so spooky.
That would be
Especially if you
terrifying.
already have bad vibes.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I ain't risking
No.
this.
Every little thing is like, absolutely not.
Yeah, immediately no.
Do you guys like being scared?
No.
No, I hate it. Actually, I
course
love
not.
it. I love spooky.
Like, do you like,
I love
haunted
Halloween.
houses?
No.
Yes.
Hate.
Love, actually.
There's a level to it. That is fun.
Hate.
I love spooky season. I've also gotten case on the spooky season, and Nick hates scary
Really?
stuff. He
Oh,
hates
no.
it. Like, I literally turned on a video. Remember the old CW guy who had a pumpkin on his head and he'd be dancing
Yeah.
around Halloween time? I put a video of him because he was to the song Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Yeah.
Because we love that song. And Nick was like, turn that off. That's so scary. I'm like,
Nick, come on.
it's a man in a leotard with a pumpkin head. Like, it's not a ghost.
Remember when we tried to watch a scary movie with Nick and Leif?
Yeah, and they left.
And they didn't.
Nick literally said, I'm out within 5 seconds. He does not like
Men used to
he's-
go to war.
Oh, he's a Taurus through and through. He does not like scary. He does not like that.
Not like that energy. You know, we can respect that though.
You respect his peace.
It's okay, Nikki, baby. We love you.
It's okay, Nick. He doesn't watch
Okay, it's your
this.
turn. It's
All
your
right.
turn, Jasper.
Okay,
First,
first.
Chester.
Okay, first of all, I'm a longtime listener. This is my first time writing in, so slay. I'm sorry if this is long. Oopsies. When I was a kid, I did a lot of sleep talking and sleepwalking, and my mom always described it as being hard to tell if I was asleep or awake. One night she came in my room and I was sitting straight up in bed, staring wide-eyed at my closet, and she thought I was awake, so she asked what was wrong. I simply said, "There's an old lady in my closet."
No.
That's where I would have to be like, and I'm shutting the door. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. Leaves your child.
Then.
And good night.
You got to put me first.
Gotta put me first.
Gotta put me first.
I gotta
bitches.
put me first. And she got super freaked out and went to check and assured me there was no one in there. And my response,
daughter?
No, the mom.
Oh.
My response was very calm and quiet and said, okay, and assured me there was no one in there. Oh, okay, because she's talking as the daughter. She's the daughter, not the mom. Sorry. I was like, what is happening? Okay, and her response as a little girl was very calm and quiet, and she said, and I said, she's right behind you.
Wait. I'm sorry. I don't know who's talking.
The daughter's telling the story. So she's saying her mom went in the closet. and
She's
checked.
telling
Yeah,
it
sorry.
now, but
Yeah.
she is the daughter in the story.
Yeah,
Got
so
it.
her mom went and checked, and she said that she very calmly and quietly said to her mom, she's right behind you. Then I turned, closed my eyes, and laid back down. When I did that, she realized I was asleep the whole time and was like, phew, and went back to bed herself. Literally, phew. Okay. She shook this off as a nightmare, and I didn't want to bring it up to me, and assumed I had forgotten. A couple days later, we went out to breakfast with our family, and I was deadpan staring at an elderly woman in the local Denny's.
Oh.
I have chills.
My mom said that it's impolite to stare and told me to stop. But I could not shake this feeling in my gut that I knew this woman and told my mom, that's the woman that was in my closet a few nights ago. I have literal chills. I'm literally getting chills writing this because what happened next was genuinely terrifying.
No, there's more.
My mom made me approach the woman to apologize for staring at her for the past hour.
Okay, Mom, don't be crazy.
My mom said verbatim, I'm sorry for her staring. She had a bad dream the other night and believes you were in it.
Oh.
Okay, that's crazy.
Your mom is the real villain of the story.
Yeah, the woman reached her ice cold and bony hand over, touched mine, and said, now that you've met me, you know I wasn't in your closet. My mom never mentioned a closet,
No.
and neither did.
No. What are you talking about?
Someone's phone off and it was not mine. It's the old lady. She was in the closet.
Is that real?
I still have no explanation for it and will never understand what happened that day. We moved houses and I always heard weird noises coming from the attic, and it always sounded like a blow dryer and something being dropped, and I would joke that it was Nana following me to our new house. Come to find out, an elderly lady passed away in the attic of our house. And the only access to the attic was in my closet.
Awesome.
You're joking.
Bye. Nothing weird has happened to me since, and I never tell anyone because it's so unbelievable, and I would sound insane. LOL. Love you girlies and the pod. That's the hard part about scary stories is even like that, you experience, you're like, that's so real.
I
But other
believe
people-
victims. I
believe
believe
you.
women.
We believe you.
That is beyond.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not very
Terrifying.
religious.
religious, but immediately a priest would be coming to do a seance in my home.
Yeah. I'm taking my
Immediately,
sage
the
that I
church
grew in
is
my
true.
garden.
Literally.
And give me that BOM.
Like, priesthood
I'm back into
blessing
it.
immediately. I'm going back. I'm getting the Aaronic priesthood. Actually, they never took it away, so.
Okay, next one. Hi, ladies. Love you guys so much. So 2 years ago, I moved into an apartment with my now ex. Scary that's the story.
Yeah.
Scary in and of itself. But we had just moved in a couple days prior to this. I was awoken at 3 a.m. by banging on our front door. I got out of bed and there's a large man standing there in all black.
Huh?
Continuously banging, I could only see him through the peephole, but he kept ringing the doorbell and knocking. I woke my ex up and we both were just standing there behind the door watching him. All of a sudden, he gets a call from an unknown number and the man on the other side of the door is on 2 phones, continuously calling. Wait. Oh, her ex gets a call?
Yeah.
Okay. And the man on the other side of the door is on 2 phones, continuously calling. Eventually, I get the unknown phone calls, and this went on for an additional 20 minutes. The man's still outside the door. We contemplating calling 911 or just yelling at him to leave.
What about contemplating?
But ultimately, my ex just answered the call, and the man said he was maintenance, trying to contain a leak from our apartment that was going to the unit downstairs. We explained we had no leaks to our knowledge, and eventually he just went away. To this day, I never saw this man again. The people downstairs said they never had a leak.
No.
I moved out of there in July and have never looked back to the ex or the apartment.
No, that's spooky. That's how they're going to get
Oh my
in.
God, because I would fall for
At
that.
3 a.m.
Oh,
no?
not 3 a.m.
3
What do you
a.m. is
mean?
crazy.
Why
No, why
are
aren't you
you-
calling
It
the
was
police?
maintenance?
Yeah.
Wait, also, how did you get my phone number?
No.
Wait, both of our phone numbers. And if you're maintenance, why are you calling from an unknown caller?
Yeah.
No, that is
no.
creepy
That's
beyond words.
a ploy,
Oh.
a terrifying ploy.
There is nothing scarier in this planet. And the original Valley Girls know my lore with break-ins
No.
in the middle of the night and how traumatized still to this day I am. And literally, there's nothing scarier.
No, that is really
Like than
actually.
hearing a banging in the middle of the night and actually seeing someone there.
No.
Tyson, I cannot believe that happened. That is not okay.
Wigs, mama. Wigs. Bunch of drag queens trying to take me over. And I'm an ally. Come on. Go with the straight people.
That is crazy.
That is really
actually.
scary, though. Like, actually traumatizing.
Lit-
all jokes aside.
I actually still have nightmares about it.
Yeah. No,
to
that
this
would be
day.
terrifying.
And like even when people still knock on my door, like at a reasonable hour, I'm like, who is this? Like I'm not expecting visitors. Oh, it's
Do
just
you have
so
a
weird.
people?
No.
Ooh, that's spooky as
So I
well.
just never
hate
answer the
that
door.
too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Never.
Unless they yell like FedEx.
Yeah.
And then if it's the FedEx
UPS.
killer, then I guess
yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah, they heard this.
Luckily,
They're gonna be
like
on
my
FedEx
building
at
has
your
a
door.
code and stuff now, and I'm not like on ground floor, so
Yeah. A little
feel a little
safer.
bit protected. But just know that, sister, I am with you.
That
That
so
is absolutely
scary.
crazy and wild. Well,
Well, that's stupid. Anyways, happy Halloween.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
one of our favorite phrases is "Well, this is stupid."
Literally.
from that video forever.
know what it came
What
from.
is it from?
I
It's
just
from
remember-
a video of a girl being like, "Well, this is stupid."
It's got to be like a Vine or something.
Yeah, from Vine, I think, and we say it 24/7.
24/7, but I only say it with you. Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, same.
I
Whenever
know, I was
there's like
going
a
to say
lull.
we. I'm like, I don't think I've ever said that.
I think we did it when you came to visit me in Virginia in high school. Like that's when we were doing those videos. But I don't know what the origin of it is. But literally, just whenever there's like a lull in the
silence.
conversation, it's just
Well,
that's
this is
stupid.
stupid.
Like let's move on. Anyways,
That's hilarious. I was not
Okay.
there.
Is it my turn? Oh no, it's yours.
Yeah. This one says extremely disturbing.
Oh,
Should I skip it? Well,
No.
because not all of mine are extremely disturbing. So should we like?
wait, but like just proofread
Well,
it and see if
proofread,
it's
hold on.
if it's,
It's
fun.
out.
pretty disturbing, but it's like
Disturbing, entertaining. Ooh, ooh, ee, ah.
yeah, sure, I'll read it.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, extremely disturbing story coming.
trigger warning.
Okay, love you ladies so much. Best part of my week is listening. Thank you. So this is a crazy story that happened to a friend's friend. She was in Europe clubbing and she met this guy. They were talking all night and he was super nice. He wanted her to go home with him, but her friends wouldn't let her. So they ended up hooking up in the bathroom, LOL. And
You
when-
go, sister.
And then they left. When she got back to the US, she had a weird rash down there.
Never mind.
So she went to the doctor and they said that it was a rash that comes when you have sex with dead bodies.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Long story short, she called the European cops, gave them his name, and they found bodies of dead girls at his house.
Hold on, I've heard this. I've heard
And
this
they
story a million times.
had been
fake-
disturbed.
different versions of it.
Craziest story I've ever heard. Yeah, I know, same.
Are you saying you don't believe victims?
Like, I just feel.
I've heard the
different-
one where it's like, and then they found out he worked at a
Oh.
mortuary.
What's his face told this on Jake Shane's podcast, Glenn Powell.
No,
He
that
said
was a different one.
Okay.
That was the one with the lotion.
No, I know, but it's saying it's a very similar concept. It's like they had a
that one was
rat.
cannibalism.
Okay, but what if Glenn Powell is a valley girl?
The Glenn Powell one.
Just kidding. Glenn Powell being a valley girl.
What if Glenn Powell is a valley girl and he wrote it in?
Glenn Powell's was
gotcha.
cannibalism. I have heard this one, but it's like, and then they found out he worked at a mortuary.
But what was Glenn Powell's? Because it was something else where
It was
like
the lotion. She had a rash, so like this breaks down human flesh. And then they found out he was a cannibal.
Right, but it's still similar in the sense that like you have a weird rash, you go to the police, and then
Yeah.
they find someone who has dead bodies all in their house.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, I've heard
Oh,
that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
which doesn't mean it's not true, but I'm like, okay, are there a bunch of freaks out here, or is that like?
I think there are freaks out here, but I don't know if it's true. It's always a friend of a friend, though. It's not like this happened to me.
yeah,
You know.
that is beyond disturbing.
What
and
would you do?
disgusting.
Like, what would you do?
But also, what do you mean it's something that comes from having sex with dead bodies?
There's got to be like a chemical that your body releases.
Yeah,
or
maybe
something
they
that,
know it's like-
your body reacts with.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That is
not okay.
Oh my God! Thank God you didn't go home with him, and you just
No, I know.
had sex in the bathroom.
That is the most disgusting. Wow.
Good thing your friends don't let you go home with him. Yeah. Good
My
thing.
gosh. Okay, in middle school, my best friend and I went through a major spooky phase. We were obsessed with all things paranormal, rushing home to binge watch A Haunting, and then calling each other to discuss every creepy detail. Naturally, it wasn't long before we found ourselves dabbling with a Ouija board.
Oh no!
One day, we decided to use it in my bedroom, determined to find out if ghosts were real. We asked if anyone could hear us, and the planchette moved to yes. Then we asked for a name, and it spelled out Kurt. Things got even weirder when we asked why Kurt liked my room, and it responded with music, which freaked us out because I used to play music constantly back then. Feeling brave, we decided to put it to the ultimate test. We lit a candle and asked Kurt to blow it out if he was really there.
Nope.
We both covered our mouths, so there was no way either of us could accidentally do it ourselves. And then I kid you not, the candle blew out. We screamed and bolted from the room. To this day, I still ask my best friend if she blew out the candle, and she swears it was not her and asks me if I did it. Kurt, if you're out there, was it really you or my friend? Time to be for real.
Oh my gosh.
You will
guys.
never catch me with a Ouija board.
Never.
Ever.
Like, come on! What we can do scary things here or there. You know, go up a silo, watch a scary movie, summoning spirits.
Yeah, in your own home is crazy.
In your
home is crazy.
bedroom. Guess
In your
what?
bedroom.
I don't want to know if there's spirits in my bedroom.
No.
No. They're living in peace, and so am I.
Yep.
I probably got the termite killer at my house.
The term.
The termites. The ghosts in your house are termites.
Yeah.
Literally.
What's
They're
the termite
the ones
update?
releasing termites.
You see them flying around here or there. Basically, they came to my apartment, the termite guy, and was like, they have to tent the whole building. But like, I don't want to give too many details because I don't want the killer to come get me. That's basically impossible with my building. Like, you can't tent the whole building.
Right.
So he basically told me I'm shit out of luck.
So what happens?
What do they
Just
do to
live with
help
termites?
I live in harmony with nature and termites.
Sleeps with it next to your bed. You're like literally on your pillow.
In
Yeah,
your pillows.
one's fallen on me before. It's fine. You know, it's fine. We can move on. That's the real scary story.
Wow, that is actually disgusting. How big is a termite?
It's like a little ant, but they fly.
Wait, I thought a termite was like literally a cockroach. I'm not kidding.
Oh no! Oh my god! I would be moved out of there so fast. Are you kidding me? Well,
I
probably
don't know
not.
why in my head a termite is like so big.
No, it's like a little ant.
Okay, that's not the
eat the-
worst thing I've ever
They're
heard.
not terrible, and like, yeah,
They just eat through.
they kind of just
the
come
wood.
and go. Like sometimes I'll see a lot, and I'll just kill them all, and then I'll go like months without seeing one.
Interesting.
You know, unfortunately they eat wood, so maybe one day my apartment's just gonna collapse.
Excuse me. Good night,
So-
JC. JC's on the floor.
Jasper
night.
just needed a little nappy
Oh my gosh, my back is killing me.
No, this was a
Back
horrible
hurts from carrying this
dating
episode.
idea.
My back hurts from these big old bitties.
Yeah, welcome. That's why I'm like this.
Oh my gosh! Like I don't know how you.
Mine are
women
filled
do
with
it.
milk.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm ready for the next.
Okay. I am so happy about this sponsor, Posh Peanut, because their pajamas truly are some of the softest pajamas I have quite literally ever felt. I need to get some for myself immediately, but I have some for the boys in really cute prints that they love and are excited about. So when I put them on at night, there's not like a struggle of you got to put your PJs on because they're dinosaurs and and he loves that. So I also really want to get him a pair of the Hot Wheels ones for Christmas because he is definitely in his car era and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
One of the best things about Posh Peanut is that they make super stretchy and colorful clothes that seem to grow with your child, so you'll get longer wear out of those styles. That is the one annoying thing about kids' clothes, is that they grow out of it so fast, so you feel like you are shopping every other week for a bigger size, and Posh Peanut makes that easier.
The pieces are made with ridiculously soft viscose from bamboo that stays soft even after you wash them over and over again. Their high-quality fabric is 4 times stretchier than cotton, so it grows with your child. It's also breathable and chemical-free, which means they're delicate on your baby's sensitive skin. Posh Peanut is made for infants and kids, but they also have sizing for mom and dads if you want the whole family to match. And if you're not a parent, consider this the perfect gift for any little one. I love, love, love soft, stretchy pajamas for Benny. It's really the only way. I feel like at night, I'm just like, you gotta be in comfy pajamas. And it's so snuggly seeing them in their cute PJs with a cute print on them. So right now, Posh Peanut is offering our listeners 20% off your first order with promo code WhatWeSaid. Go to poshpeanut.com/whatwesaid and use promo code WhatWeSaid for 20% off your first order. That is poshpeanut.com/whatwesaid, promo code WhatWeSaid. I absolutely love a hydrating serum. I feel like my skin just drinks it up. I particularly get pretty dry skin in the fall and winter. I have combination skin, but I feel like my skin gets extra dry during these colder months. And I love putting a hydrating serum on after I cleanse my face and before moisturizer. And Lissy Skincare has an amazing hydrating serum. They also have a really great Mandelic serum, which Chelsea uses. Lissy Skincare was created by an esthetician who struggled with acne for 10 plus years and couldn't find anything to really clear up her acne or fungal acne. Lissy knows the effect acne can have on your confidence and mental health, and I really appreciate brands like this where they're founded by someone who has actually gone through the struggle, and that's why they created their brand, because I feel like it's obviously coming from personal experience and they're really passionate about the brand, which I just really, really appreciate. Their customers have called their products life-changing and magic in a bottle.
All of their products for acne and fungal acne are safe and pregnancy and breastfeeding safe, which is really nice because sometimes that's the time you need the skincare the most. And then you look on the skincare bottle, it's like, oh, not safe for pregnancy or breastfeeding. So it's really nice that Lissy Skincare, they prioritize that. Their bestseller and the viral product, their Mandelic serum, like J.C. said, I use and I absolutely love it. I probably use it twice a week. Right after I cleanse as a lactic acid, just to give me a little more exfoliation without being too harsh, especially because I am breastfeeding, but also just because I don't love an extra harsh product on my skin. So they believe that your skincare should not only improve your skin, but nourish it as well. They are gentle yet effective. Other benefits to their products include reducing acne scars, hydrating barrier repair, improving hyperpigmentation, and so much more. So go to LissySkincare.com and use the code WhatWeSaid at checkout for 10% off your order. That's LISSY skincare.com and use the code WhatWeSaid for 10% off your order.
Hi, ladies. Love the pod. This comes at the perfect time because I went back and listened to all the Scary Story episodes last week. This story gives me chills to this day. My mom is a marathon runner and was always running throughout my childhood. Excuse me. One day she went for a run and was 3 minutes from home when a man grabbed her from behind a bush.
Goodbye.
My mom panicked and thought to herself, I have to make myself seen by someone, anyone, or I could die. The man had grabbed her shirt, so my mom ran across 4 lanes of traffic in the road, taking off her shirt in an effort to escape. Don't worry, she was wearing a sports bra. Oh, girl, we don't care.
We weren't worried.
Let them titties out. Free the nipple. Free your mother.
She ran home and immediately called the police, who went to where the man's car was parked. The man was nowhere to be found, but police found rope and duct tape in his truck bed.
You're kidding.
When police ran his plates, they discovered he was a registered sex offender. My mom didn't tell me the story until years after it happened, but this is a gentle reminder to always be alert while out running. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. I hate being a girl in this world.
No.
I know.
Oh, do I even want to share about the TikTok that I just saw?
No.
Okay, I won't.
What, is it too dark?
No, I mean, it's just like similar to that. Like someone posted like a TikTok and they were just like, reminder to stay safe out there, like in the streets. Like if you're a girl walking alone at night, this person was driving their car in Hollywood and they saw this girl like walking down the street with this guy and like it looked very sketch. Like the guy just looked like very, like he was holding her really close. And then the person driving saw someone literally like sprinting, like far away, trying to like catch up to them. And the guy, she was literally being kidnapped. And like the guy was like holding her like this. Like, I don't know if he had a weapon or not. And then the guy literally like got out of his car and him and this person were like chasing him down and like saved this girl from being literally kidnapped.
No, that's so
Okay,
scary.
that's crazy.
Ugh, I hate that.
I was saying last week that I really hope the technological advances that we have like deter people from doing that as much.
Yeah.
Just because like everything is filmed. Whereas
Totally.
before, 20 years ago, it wasn't like that as much. But still.
Yeah, cold cases are the like saddest thing ever.
Oh, Keaton. It's the killer! I just saw a freaking shadow. We're talking about horror film stuff, and I just see. I'm not okay.
Oh my gosh, man!
A straight white man.
A straight white man!
The scariest of all. We're ending the episode.
No, that genuinely.
Oh my gosh.
That is so scary.
That is really, really
It's
crazy
just so
though.
scary. You got to stay safe out there.
Yeah, you
can't
gotta stay
believe
safe, ladies
Okay.
and gents.
Hi, ladies. Love you both and love seeing both of your sweet families grow. And love you so much, Tyson.
Thank you.
Please come to Charlotte, North Carolina for a live show. Oh, that'd be so fun.
That would be so fun.
Now for the story. May need to do a trigger warning because I talk about blood and not so great events. Okay. When I was a sophomore in high school, my friends and I all got invited to this party at our friend's grandfather's house called the Goat House. Well, it ended up getting canceled and everyone was bummed until later in the day our friend said it was back on. So we ended up going to the party and everyone's having a good time and hanging out. One of my friends and I go outside and there's a huge pile of blood in the driveway. Myself and a couple other people at the party said something to the host. He ended up moving a truck over top of it. Okay.
Where's Grandpa?
What?
Flash forward to the next day. This same friend started tweeting that his grandfather died.
Nope.
So we all sent him messages saying we were so sorry and we're thinking of him. Come to find out, he got taken in that day for the murder of his grandfather. So while everyone is at his grandfather's house partying, his grandfather was a couple of feet away from the house in the woods.
Because he killed him.
Yes. Obviously, this guy has been in jail, but he is supposed to be released when he's 35. It was honestly one of the craziest things that has happened in the small town that I grew up in. It sometimes doesn't even seem real, but if you feel inclined, you can look up John Adams, North Carolina, and get more details.
Ooh, and that is a classic name.
That is
That-
so sad and terrifying. You're just there.
Didn't we have kind of a similar story to this one of the years?
Yeah, it was like in their house, like a house party.
Yeah.
And the body was there.
Yeah, and then later they found out that the person hosting the party had the body there.
That actually, I feel like, not as a, okay, what is this beeping?
It's the killer.
There is something that's like a common thing that I've heard a few stories about where it's like, basically they're like gonna host a party once they like killed the person.
Yeah.
But that the kid from our high school didn't do that, right? It wasn't a party thing.
No.
Okay, did you guys see that clip that was going viral on TikTok of the girl in the UK?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Literally? And just confessed to it.
No.
I did see that.
and just
girl.
looks at the cops like, don't look so glum. You caught the bad guy.
Literally. And she's like, oh, so just so you know, their remains are in the closet. This woman, for no reason that we know of yet, literally murdered her parents that she lived with. She's like a 35-year-old woman, murdered her parents, put their bodies in the closet, and continued to live in the house
For like 4 years.
for like 4 years. And her
4
siblings.
years?
Yes, and her siblings just never knew where the parents went. She just kept telling them that they moved away on vacation. They like got like a summer home in Spain or something.
And then when she got
You
caught.
never asked to go visit? You never heard? You never got a Christmas text?
Yeah, you never heard from them again.
Wait. I'm so
And you're
sorry.
living in the
What?
home with their bodies? You didn't even try and dispose of them?
How is that even possible?
And then
Wouldn't
she
it-
was like, yeah, so if you check this one by the sink, she's telling the police, she's like, I have to tell you. She's like, I know I deserve what's coming to me. That will bring me peace. And then she literally looks at the cop and she's like, well, don't look so sad. You caught the bad guy.
Got the bad guy. And like before I go, just so you know, like they're in the closet. She's like so calm.
She's so
and it's
normal
just like,
looking.
she's like, oh shoot, I got caught.
I did see the clip, but I didn't know all the like stuff behind it.
She looks so normal. And all of the comments were like, can you just imagine? She looks so freakishly normal. Can you imagine you walk by people probably all the time that are just
Literally
She looks
go
like a
to
school teacher. Like
yeah,
she's just like
yeah.
a cute little like blonde girl.
Go to a coffee
like
shop.
30-year-old.
yeah.
See a freaking, oh my gosh, that's beyond.
Next time I go to a house party, I'm checking all your closets. You fucking
Literally.
Cool, and now I'm scared to go anywhere again. Love it.
Woohoo!
Woo! Spooky season.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine is a happy one to end on.
Oh, okay.
If you have any more scary ones, go.
Okay. Hi, JC and Chelsea. I always forget to send in this story every year, so I'm excited to finally share this spooky experience of mine. So this story begins many years ago in my family's previous home. Every time I tell this story, I get the chills and it makes me feel so uneasy. But for background, the house we lived in was always so weird at night. My little sister would always see things when she was younger, and I always had sleep paralysis dreams. Please. I thought it said demons.
I was
I
a
always
demon.
had demons.
Sleep paralysis dreams. I was probably around 12 or 13 at the time, and I had one of my usual sleep paralysis dreams. My body was asleep, but my mind was awake. It felt like I was conscious, but my body was frozen. And by this point, I had already had multiple sleep paralysis dreams, so I knew the routine, lol. I knew that I would see something scary, but that I'd be unable to move my body or wake myself up, but I knew that I just had to get through it. This one specific night, I remember falling
So
asleep
brave.
and waking
Like, yeah, part for the course.
yeah. And waking up, she put in quotes, to see a little woman in an old Victorian style dress standing by the door of my room.
I was just going to say Victoria's Secret.
There's the
I'm like,
colonial woman on the wing. There's something they're not telling us.
She was smiling at me in the most ominous and creepy way. I would compare it to the way people smile in the movie Smile. Google it if you haven't seen the movie. Eventually, the paralysis was over. I never said anything to anyone about the dream because it was a weekly thing for me to have these dreams, and I honestly didn't think much of it. However, I always remembered this specific dream for some reason. Fast forward to when I was 17 years old, my two friends Amelia and Bella slept over at my house and in my room. It was a normal night, and we all went to sleep. When we woke up in the morning, my friend Amelia had multiple texts from her mom. Side note, Amelia is an only child and she lived with her mom and dad at the time. She also lived a good 10-15 minutes away from my house at the time. Amelia's mom had asked her if she had come home at all that night because random picture frames throughout their house had been moved or turned over. Amelia said no, I've been at Courtney's, all night. I never came home last night and we were all kind of weirded out. Then my friend Bella spoke up and she goes, Courtney, I wasn't going to say anything, but after hearing Amelia's mom say that, I have to tell you something. My heart dropped and she didn't even have to say anything more. I knew what she saw. The little woman I had seen was the first thing that came to my mind when Bella started talking. So Bella begins saying, last night I had the weirdest dream and I think I had sleep paralysis. I saw a little woman in a Victorian style gown standing by your door, staring at me and giving the creepiest smile I've ever seen. Immediately I got the chills and felt like crying. As she continued describing and telling me her dream, it was the exact sleep paralysis dream that I had had 5 or 6 years prior. Safe to say we were all shook, and thank goodness my family no longer lives in that creepy house anymore. Ever since we moved, I have no longer have sleep paralysis.
Oh my God.
Wait, so there's two
That
scary
is
things happening
beyond.
here. Wait, so her friend was sleeping over at her house, but then at her friend's house, she called to make sure that
There
she
were
didn't
two
come
friends
home?
sleeping over at her house.
So
One
I'm
of
saying,
them
is this Victorian lady traveling? Because she only saw her at
Right.
her house, but then the picture frames were overturned at the other house.
right. So I don't know what.
She said, to
Annie
this
travels.
little girl, I'm going to be in her dreams. This little girl, I'm going to go wreck her
I'm
house.
messing with the collage wall.
I'm rearranging the decor.
Sleep paralysis is the scariest thing on the planet.
That is
I've
I've never had it.
And every year after this episode, I literally am so scared to go to sleep because I'm scared I'm going to get it.
I was gonna say, I feel like every year on the scary episode, I share mine, but so I won't say it again. But just know, I relate, I feel you, I see you, I hear you.
So scary.
So beyond terrifying.
Yeah, I can't with that.
Okay, let's
Well,
end on
I have a happy
note.
one. I have a happy one to end on. Happy ghost story.
Casper.
Yeah, I just read the.
It's me.
Okay.
Chester and Jasper will be your sleep paralysis demons tonight.
I know you asked for a spooky story, but this one involves a friendly ghost. Last year in July, my friend passed away in a car accident along with her parents. A few months later at work, I got some sad news from my doctor, so I went downstairs to share it with a coworker. As I'm crying to my coworker and telling her I wish my friend was here so I could tell her the sad news, she got a smile on her face. Once I finished sharing, she told me that when I had walked into the room, a ghost had followed me in. My coworker explained that she can see dead people because she was born dead.
Because she was born dead?
This is the happy one? What do you mean she was born dead?
Maybe like they had to resuscitate her. Like maybe she was
Oh
like
my
still
gosh,
born, but they resuscitated her or
And
something.
now she can see ghosts?
She said that the ghost had followed me in, and when I had sat down, she sat down on the ledge behind me wearing a yellow shirt, her favorite color, that said, "Let it be." Oh, with a bee on it. I'm sad. She loved bees and wanted to start a bee farm. At first, I didn't believe her, but I gave my coworker my phone and asked her to find a pic of my friend. Sure enough, she pulled up a pic of her. I never got to say goodbye to my best friend, so I'm so glad my coworker was able to share this with me. I now believe in spirits and ghosts, and I'm so glad my bestie's watching out for me. Oh, love you girls on the podcast. That's so sweet.
That's so sweet and so terrifying and so beautiful.
I
and
know. All of the above.
That's what comforts me is that there's friendly ghosts that exist.
What terrifies me is that one day I will be a ghost.
I'm scared you're going to haunt me.
That's the thing is when you think about spirits, like, oh, all the people I've lost, like they're around me, but then eventually it's going to be me around you. And I don't like that.
Threatening me? Cool.
And then when I go, you better watch out, bitch. No, it's just like, I don't want to be.
Then we're ghosts.
I
I want to be like in a palace in the clouds.
Of life, and it moves us forward.
Let it be. Let it
It's the circle.
Everyone has exited out and unsubscribed from our YouTube channel.
It's okay. The Valley Girls already don't like me. I got nothing to lose.
No, they love you.
They love you. Especially
Justice
love
for Ty.
Ashley.
Ashley, double E.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our Halloween annual special. Hope it brought you some spooks and some laughs, and hope you were entertained at the very least. This mustache is.
I need to take it off.
Absolutely-
I want to take it off.
Rip it off my body, but also I don't, because
We got another episode coming.
if you want more of Chester and Jasper and Ashley, head on over to the Tyrants podcast, where we will be diving into some Halloween trivia.
Going live tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Halloween
Wait,
trivia.
when does this go live?
Next Tuesday.
Okay. Going live tomorrow.
Chester and Jasper out.
We love you
And
guys, and that's
That's
what
what
we
we
said.
Oh.